Next on Worcester News Tonight, a Friday night tradition in Central Mass is changing due to the concern of Triple E, how football fans are reacting. Plus, an FBI search at a city rectory leads to a disturbing discovery and an arrest. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. A beautiful afternoon in central Massachusetts. We're getting closer to the start of fall and it's definitely starting to feel like it. We'll send it over to meteorologist Pamela Gardner for a first look at our local forecast.
Hey there, good evening. I'm meteorologist Pamela Gardner. A beautiful night in store for us really on this Friday the 13th. Mostly clear skies through 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock dropping down into the 50s, and we'll be around 50 degrees even by 11 o'clock. A few clouds here and there and a beautiful moonlit sky too. We have the full harvest moon occurring, and it rises just after 7 o'clock this evening. Overnight tonight, we're in the 40s, down to 49 degrees in Worcester, 52 in Boston, 46 degrees in Fitchburg. A fallish start to the day for Saturday. By tomorrow afternoon, though, warming into the upper 60s and low 70s across central Massachusetts. There is a chance for a couple showers, though, as we get a system moving through. It does turn milder for both Saturday and Sunday, but then those few showers will roll into the picture by late Saturday and early Sunday. I'll have the hour-by-hour timing, plus an update on the tropics as things continue to heat up down there and when we could see our next named storm, plus your 10-day forecast. See you in just a bit.
An FBI raid of a Worcester rectory results in the arrest of a Holyoke kindergarten teacher. We're now learning he's under investigation for child pornography. Our Olivia Lemon joins us now with the disturbing details. Olivia?
Anna, the FBI's investigation dates back to December of last year. Court documents detailed the graphic videos and images found on Gregory Lisby's computer. An FBI raid at this rectory on Pleasant Street leads to the discovery of child pornography.
But I came out, and I was seeing all the lights on in the house. That's the thing that kind of surprised me because the lights are not usually on. Usually it's dark over there.
Gregory Lisby is married to Reverend Timothy Berger. Court documents show the FBI received a tip from Microsoft about child pornography on Lisby's computer. The affidavit goes on to say it had files including ones of young boys engaged in sexual activities.
I wouldn't want to belong to this parish.
A woman who has lived by St. Luke's Episcopal Church for more than 40 years didn't want to be seen on camera. She says she's seen young girls at the house before, but never thought much of it.
I saw them a couple of weeks ago. They were going to church and they came outside and they were playing.
Lisby worked as a kindergarten teacher for Holyoke Public Schools. In a letter to the school's principal, Lisby says, "Last night I was accused of an awful crime that could put our Holyoke children in harm's way."
He probably got removed from those positions.
Lisby was set to appear in federal court this afternoon. The letter to the principal goes on to say he will return his school's computer and keys as soon as possible. In the studio, Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
One person is arrested in connection to a body found in the woods earlier this week in Worcester. Police say Rafael Guzman is charged with accessory after the fact in connection to the body found near Granite Street. Court documents identify the victim as Benjamin Pacheco. They say it appears Pacheco's body was burning in a grassy area when firefighters arrived. Evidence indicates he may have been wrapped in bubble wrap and a blanket. The medical examiner's office says the manner of death was determined to be homicide. The exact cause of death is still pending. A Friday night tradition changed due to concern of Triple E. High school football season kicks off today, and in many communities, their games are already underway. Our Cam Jandro has the story.
It's a Friday, and usually teams would be getting ready to play under the lights, some football, but unfortunately, due to Triple E concerns, a lot of the games have been moved up to about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Here in the city of Worcester, they're trying to eliminate all activities after 4:30 in the afternoon. Commerce Bank Field at Foley Stadium is hosting one of those games today. We caught up with a few parents to discuss the Triple E concerns.
I think the kids are probably a little disappointed. There's nothing like, playing a nighttime game Friday night. But, hopefully it won't last that much longer and they'll be able to play at nights pretty soon.
Sometimes it makes it different. A lot of people, because the nighttime, they come more rested and all that. Now they got to get prepared. different way to start the game. That's a real important thing. There should be more caution for that.
It's been rough this year with the mosquitoes. I think that now's good for it and that they've been spraying and just that the kids still want to have a good time.
Now, communities across the state are expected to be battling Triple E for about the next month or so. It'll be until the first frost, which is expected right around mid to late October. They still want you to follow the 5 Ds in order of preventing Triple E. That's dawn, dusk, drain, deet, and properly dress. In Worcester, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
The Massachusetts Department of Public Health confirming the 8th case of Triple E Friday. Health officials say a man in his 50s from northeastern Bristol County has been diagnosed. The DPH and the Massachusetts Department of Agricultural Resources urge people throughout the state to take precautions to prevent mosquito bites. The next round of aerial spraying is expected to begin as early as Monday evening in areas including Worcester County. A woman who survived Triple E after being diagnosed 50 years ago is speaking out. Our Chandler Walsh spoke with her today and has more on what she wants people to know about her story. Chandler?
Anna, again, 8 human cases of Triple E in the state so far this year. According to the CDC, about 30% of the cases are fatal and there's still no treatment for the virus. Shirley Barlar survived it decades ago and says she's still taking the same medication.
Here I am, Miss EEE.
82-year-old Shirley Barlar is a Triple E survivor. The Leicester woman was 25 when she was infected.
I was delirious, didn't know where I was, just couldn't, just sick, just fever. I remember the fever and the headaches. The headaches were terrible.
Doctors told her she needed to go to the hospital immediately, and most didn't think she'd live.
Because there was nothing they could do for me, so I just laid there.
Barlar spent 1 month at St. Vincent Hospital where she proved people wrong. Her time there was a blur since Triple E causes inflammation in the brain. She says recovery was tough, but she fought through it.
I got my strength back. Took a long, long time. I got my mind back. I got my brain back.
4 months later, Barlar and her husband Daniel got married. Barlar has 2 sons, 5 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren.
That mosquito didn't know who he bit.
She's worked in the Leicester Public Schools and Worcester Public Schools where she grew up, and took her work internationally, accrediting schools in dozens of countries before retiring at 78.
Whether you are the janitor, school custodian, or whether you're the superintendent, if you do your job well, somebody's going to notice you.
Barlar still suffers headaches and nausea, but is otherwise healthy. She wants people to protect themselves when they go outside, but knows surviving Triple E is possible.
That's the danger of it. You don't want to get it. You don't want to fight those odds. I know I don't want to fight them again.
Barlar says finding a cure for Triple E needs to be prioritized and wants to remind people to always wear insect repellent. Her and her husband are celebrating their 57th wedding anniversary this month. In Worcester, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A report released this week proposes Worcester's commuter rail line be converted to electric. The study by Transit Matters says electric trains can accelerate and decelerate faster than diesel trains. They say modernizing operations could add capacity to the commuter rail system and increase train frequency. The study shows modernizing the trains includes regular scheduling, quicker turnaround times, and minor track upgrades. Transit Matters is hosting a meeting Tuesday at 2 p.m. at the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce to further discuss the topic. The Hanover Theater is expanding to the outdoors. A grant will help to attract a larger crowd during the summer months. Our Erin Keating has more.
We've had a lot of activity since the theater opened 11 years ago, but a lot of that's locked up inside the building.
Troy Siebels remembers the early days of the Hanover Theater. The president and CEO says expanding the theater to include an outdoor stage is part of their revitalization plan.
This gives us the ability to really leverage that activity to turn this whole neighborhood around.
The theater received a $250,000 grant from the Bank of America Charitable Foundation. The money will be used to build an outdoor stage in the new pedestrian plaza in Federal Square. The donation comes after Bank of America marketing manager John Tanisha heard about the theater's hopes to expand.
We were able to kind of take that vision and say, you know what, maybe we can be a part of this and really make a difference in the overall project as a whole.
Siebel says the outdoor theater is set to be built in front of the Hanover. He says the project is expected to be finished by 2020.
It'll have a water feature, it'll have seating, an overhead decorative lighting, and then the circular stage at the center.
The stage will be named after Bank of America. Jim O'Brien is looking forward to watching the shows on the new outdoor stage. He says the expansion is a great way to bring the city together.
In essence, anything that brings people downtown is for the better.
It's about creating a vibrant theater district where there's outdoor stuff happening every day.
Erin Keating, Worcester News Tonight.
Organizers are gearing up for the largest arts and cultural festival in central Massachusetts. It's the 17th year of Start on the Street. Organizers say putting it on takes thousands of volunteer hours. About 350 artists will line Park Ave from Pleasant to Highland Streets on Sunday. The street will be filled with music, art, food trucks, and activity.
It's a all handmade festival, so every person who's creating there has signed our handmade pledge. So everything from photography to sculpture to knitted goods, that sort of thing, all handmade.
Around 35,000 people attend the festival. Organizers recommend leaving pets at home due to high temperatures.